Hello and welcome to Group 6's video detail log lift for a single user senior project spring 2020 semester. To get started, I'll introduce everyone. From left to right, we have Jonathan Jones, Michael Jackson, Donovan Taylor, myself, Brian Cox, and Arib Khan. So for our project, we're tasked with creating a log lift for a single user. We met with our customer, Mr. Ken Hunter. He was very open with us and discussing his needs and wants out of this project. Um, he really wanted to eliminate a ground worker who was always having to set the tongs he had, or take them off once the log got to the desired location, or someone having to get on and off the tractor. Needed a solution for it. So our goal was to create these tongs that would mount to his 3-point hitch here on the back of his tractor. That way when the hitch would lower, the tongs would deflect and open up around the log. And once the hitch was raised, there are spikes that would dig into the log and pinch it. That way you could have something to tug against when moving it. So we sat down, we began research on existing products of log tongs and hitches that are on the market, and we were brainstorming between each other, creating drawings and different concepts until we had one that we believe would work right. From here, we dove into the 3D drawings of it. We worked on Fusion 360, created a super easy process for us to have these drawings laid out for ourselves, and then eventually test onto them. We're running our simulations of our factors of safety, our stress, our strains, and displacements that we would come across. So after we got these drawings done, we created a prototype. I went to Lowe's and picked up materials that would be roughly the same dimensions as we were going to be creating this. So it was 3/8 inch thick by 1.5 inch by 2 feet long pieces of wood there. Have two of them, and on the ends of each of them there is a 1-inch diameter dowel rod cut to 6 inches in length and carved with a spike on the end of it. Those are just hot glued on there. Each of those pieces is affixed together with a pin running through the center of it, and then a 12-inch piece of paracord at the top of it acting as the chain in this sense. As you can see, the tongs just drop right over the log, which is a very lightweight foam roller in this case. The tongs open up, go around, and then are able to lift. This demonstration also shows kind of how you don't have to open it back up. As long as the tongs are down or the hitch is down after that, you can drive forward with the tractor and it'll allow the tongs to be removed from the log. So we really wanted to focus on a simplistic design. That way, we wouldn't have to deal with too much extra geometry. We just, on this prototype, we eyeballed the angles. That way, we could at least have an angle to see if the deflection process would work. Obviously, as the more open they are, the flatter those spikes get, but as long as it was able to spread open around the log, that was our main focus at this point. So from here, we were able to jump into all of our simulations. With this hitch, we used a 1,500 pound-inches of force located at that blue arrow at the top center of the hitch. We wanted to overload it, showing how stout this thing could actually be. We had a factor of safety. The minimum was 6.603 and a max of 15. The stress we had was 31.35 megapascals. Only a displacement of 0.0123 millimeters, and a strain calculation came out to be 1.77 times 10 to the negative fourth, which again, we use 1,500 pound-inches of force. We wanted to overload it. We were only required to be able to lift a log that was roughly 500 pounds in weight, because that's all his tractor could handle. But we were thinking, if another tractor on site of a cleanup had to use it, then it could definitely handle a larger log. We ran both the hitch and these log tongs with A36 steel. that was just one of the materials that was listed for us to use. Uh, and with these, we had great results as well. Minimum factor of safety of 7.5, a max of 15, a max stress of 32.17 megapascals, a displacement of 1.43 millimeters, and a strain calculation of 2.102 times 10 to the negative fourth. We did load these log tongs down with 200 pound-inches of force. We just wanted to throw a little bit extra on there to see what it could hold. Again, we are only required to do a 500-pound log, but with it pulling, there's going to be some drag back from the log and a little bit extra force going on there. So to finalize this video, without completing the actual build of the tongs and the hitch, I could say that our group did meet our goals with a functioning prototype and successful test ran. For future work, we could consider adding a chain looping from each side of the tongs through a clevis on the back side of the tractor to help prevent rotation of the tongs and assist in the pulling when you're actually skidding a log. And as well as making interchangeable tips that for the spikes. Instead of just having the one cone shape, you could also have some that have just a different grip to them. Also, we would like to thank everyone who helped us along the way, giving their wisdom and guidance when we needed it, not only through this project, but helping us through the MET department the last couple of years. Thank you.